Hi, Ari, it's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we went to the Howling Vale, and we found out that there is a bunch of Worgen there. And we found the Tome of Malthandris. And we also found out that Felwood, that is just north of Ashenvale, has a demonic presence in it. And Velinde Starsong may have gone missing. So we found out a lot of things, and we have to go to Darnassus today to continue this quest chain. And we are going to speak with Thintel Bladeweaver. I guess I'll read over the quest again, just to get you guys updated. Velinde Starsong was my predecessor here in Ashenvale Forest. At first, it seemed she had the situation in Felwood under control, but little by little, her efforts faltered. One day, she simply disappeared. I was sent here to continue her work. I'm afraid I know nothing of the priestess. However, perhaps Thintel Bladeweaver, one of the commanders of the Sentinels, knows further details of her disappearance that I was not a party to. Surely she will understand the import of such information. So it looks like we're going to have to go to Darnassus, and we are going to do some stuff there, I guess. We're going to have a little chat with Thintel Bladeweaver, and we will also maybe do some other stuff. Thinking about maybe, do we have anything to put on the auction house or anything like that? Yeah, we do. We have a couple of things we'll put on the auction house. We'll do the usual. I don't think we really need to go check out the hunter trainer. We have, I think we've done enough. Because last time we went there, we were like, what, 30? Right now we're only 31, so I don't think we would get any upgrades. But we will check out the auction house. Maybe we'll check out the inn. Make this our home. This is hilarious. This guy's like, so I may end up going to retail every now and then if I just want to relax and kill shit in peace. Yeah, play retail just to remember what pulling more than one mob and not dying feels like. Yeah, it's kind of like what retail's all about. It is a different leveling experience, that's for sure. You feel more like a superhero or like a god in retail when compared to classic. Classic, you kind of feel it's like a slow progression. Eventually, you do feel like a god when you hit 60 and you have like some really nice raid gear and you're just destroying stuff. But it takes time. Retail, you get that much faster. Well, that feeling, I can say. But not so grindy at endgame. Yeah, this guy says he likes the challenge of WoW Classic, but not so grindy at endgame. I think the thing with Classic is it's just such a grind to get to endgame. I think the endgame is pretty chill. It's hard to... The thing is, you have to get into a guild. There's a lot of networking you need to do if you want to get into a raiding team and all that. There are pugs you can join, but you have to... that's still networking, you know. You still need to like meet people that do pugs and then try to get on their good side so that they invite you. But yeah, it's a lot of grinding. But you can do it at your own pace in retail. It's, I mean, in classic, which is what I like. In retail, it's like a constant grind. There's always something to do. And every week, it's like you have to do the same thing over and over. It's kind of the same as classic. Like, you do have to do the same raids. I don't know. It's different. It's a little bit different. What I'm trying to say is, like, retail doesn't have, like, a legendary neck. I mean, classic doesn't have, like, a legendary neck you have to level up or anything like that. It seems retail has gotten away from that, too. But not really, because they have the Covenant crap that you have to level up now. Which is fine. It adds more content to the game, which is why I understand it. Which is why they do it. It allows people to be like, yeah, I need to log in and level up my Covenant abilities. But It's whatever. You don't have to do it. There's always catch-up mechanics. And same with Classic. You don't have to log in and, you know, do the raid every week. You can just chill and, you know, make your own journey out of it. There's so much to do, you know. You don't even have to be interested in raiding. Like, some people just are into gold farming, playing the auction house. Some people just like to, you know, role play and just talk to people in trade chat. Okay, so here we go. Here's Velinde Starsong. Let's have a little chat with Tintel Blade Weaver. Velinde Starsong. That's the priestess disappeared some time ago. Is almost certainly common knowledge. As to further details about the events that surrounded her departure, it would take good reason for me to divulge such information. The Tome of Malthandrus showed you this? I suppose there would be little harm in allowing you to examine her belongings. This key will allow you to open the chest where we store her things in the Sentinel's bunkhouse. She kept a journal of her duties. If there is anything to be learned, it will be from that. I should tell you, the Sentinels believe that she had her own reasons for leaving and expect that she could return at any time. The priestess has done much in the past to earn our trust. So you have to search through Velinda's chest for her journal, then return it along with the key to Tintel Blade Weaver in Darnassus. Okay, so we gotta go and head over to her locker and find out where what she has on her, what she had. I forget what they called it. What did they call it? Place we gotta go to the Sentinel's bunkhouse. Okay, so let's head over to the Sentinel's bunkhouse. There we go, Velinda's locker. This is her place where she would, you know, do her stuff. Or live. It's kind of outdoorsy. It's funny how they all live outdoors. Like, they could have, like rain coming down. They don't mind. Seems like the weather doesn't really affect the night elves. Even though they're so far north, you think it'd be pretty cold up here. So let's check out this journal. Elune has granted my wishes. The lives of my fallen comrades will not be in vain, and I shall avenge their deaths using the scythe of Elune. It is an ancient thing, a branch twisted and gnarled of wood that could be older than even the Calderai. For many hours I examined the tool that the goddess granted to me. It is no ordinary weapon, that is for certain, nor is it a simple magical implement. With it, it is as though the barriers of time and space are weakened, holding the scythe. In my hands I received a vision of chaos. Wolfmen, the Worgen, battled an incredible enemy. The Worgen fought savagely, as fit their primitive race, but their enemy was unflinching, the Lords of the Emerald Flame, and that was when I realized the true power of the scythe. By focusing on it, I became able to communicate with the Worgen. It was not speech I used to contact them, however. It was something different. I could not describe it. What matters was that the Worgen heard and understood me by further channeling energy into the scythe. The barriers weakened more, and I was able to draw Worgen into our world. A score and half I was able to summon in my first attempt. They followed me into battle, and with their brutish strength at my command, we tore into the demons of Felwood. Elune has granted me my wishes. The forest will be cleansed. May Elune's blessings be upon me until my work is done. All goes well. I have summoned larger numbers of Worgen to fight at my side. Though they are the simple mind, they have shown impressive ability to coordinate their attacks and function as a group. I have identified leaders in their packs. To them I have given command of small groups of warriors. We strike from many places in the forest at once, and my campaign against demons is a fruitful one. May Elune blessing be upon me until my work is done. A pack is lost. I sent the Worgen to range through the forest and identify areas of demonic infestation, but they did not return. I begin to worry about the leaders that I have entrusted control to. They are of simple mind, and this small bit of authority I have given them, they stretch to the utmost. Am I losing control? Perhaps I shall cease summoning additional Worgen for the time being. May Elun's blessing be upon me until my work is done. So it looks like we're having a Worgen issue here. Maybe she summoned too many to Azeroth. Though I have not summoned additional Worgen, their numbers continue to increase. It is as though the scythe no longer requires my intervention for the summoning process. This is troubling. I have gathered as many of the packs as I could find and ordered them to remain at the shrine of Malthandris. Meanwhile, I have searched the libraries of Darnassus and consulted with the Circle of Ancients in Darkshore. Not one scrap of information about these Worgen did I find. I have heard reports, whispers of a wizard of the Kirin Tor named Arugal. From what I have heard, it is possible that he has also summoned Worgen. I would consult with this wizard distasteful, but as it may be, and see what he knows. The Worgen are dangerous, and I wish to stem the tide on the morrow. I will travel to the port in the Barrens, and book passage to the New World. May Elun's blessing be upon me until my work is done. So Arugal is the wizard that we are going to fight eventually.
What brings you?
And he is the one summoning all of the, all of those skeletons to Duskwood. What do you find out? Velinda's journal, Velinda's key. It seems that Velinda's disappearance is more troubling than it originally appeared. Even still, I cannot believe that she has come to a bad end. Perhaps it would be beneficial for us to make contact with her, Trav, since you have shown a vested interest in this matter. I would like to enlist your aid. Ratchet is the only port in the Barrens. Most likely, Velinda found a trading vessel in Ratchet to take her to Blackwater Cove in Azeroth. We've had limited dealings with the goblins that run the port, but the master of the dock should have information about the comings and goings of ship's passengers. Follow the road southeast through Ashenvale, and you will find yourself in the Barrens. Watch your step, Trav. Warriors of the Horde patrol the land. You will be safe at the port, though. Speak with Wharf Master Dizzy and Ratchet. You'll be safe at the port. Isn't that a lie? What a lie that is. It's probably the most unsafe place in all of Azeroth. Died at that port so many times. Okay, so it looks like this is this quest chain kind of leads into us dealing with Arugal, which is kind of cool. And Arugal has been summoning Worgen and Dark Riders, aka those skeletons, into Duskwood. So I guess we're going to get to deal with all that stuff. Should be interesting. But now I'm going to go to, I guess we'll go back to the Tradesman Terrace. I don't have anything to sell on the auction house, do we? Guess we'll sell this stuff. We'll try to. And,
Hello.
I guess we'll try to find out where the inn is. The inn is in the Craftsman's Terrace. Alright, so we'll go to the Tradesman's Terrace first, and we'll head over to the Craftsman's Terrace. And then I guess we'll make our way down to Ratchet. And maybe we'll die a couple of times at the port. But it'll be interesting. It's good that we're doing this quest before we fight Arugal. So it looks like Arugal is also summoning Worgen, but for another reason. Is that the auction house over here? Yeah, there's the auctioneer. So let's put up some stuff while we're here. The auction house is closed at the moment. Please try again later. So pretty much what's going on here is the auction house is closed because of TBC release. People, I guess they don't want it to be open for the time being, which I find that that's okay. But that kind of sucks because now I have stuff on me, so I'm gonna have to put some junk in the bank. Just a little bit of a detour we'll have to do. That's too bad. The auction house being closed really sucks. Because that means we're gonna have to, like, literally raw gold farm until the auction house opens again. And another problem with that is once the auction house opens, when maybe most likely when TPC launches, we might have some trouble with selling the stuff we're selling, because we're selling a lot of classic WoW stuff. A lot of people will be more interested in like, you know, stuff in the Outlands. So we'll see how that goes. We might have trouble getting our mount, guys, but maybe not. Sucks that we can't. Massive horde raid on Darnassus incoming. Is this true? Last call. Is this true? A massive horde raid on Darnassus? That'd be crazy. Somebody's saying there's like a massive horde raid on Darnassus. I haven't seen one successful raid. Massive imminent horde raid. Pucker up. Maybe we should see if this is real. If they're probably going to go to the Temple of the Moon and kill Tyrant. This guy's saying fake news. Fake news. It's not. We don't know. Is it fake news or is it not fake news? Oh, the guy said it's imminent, so like it's pretty soon. Thing is, we got time. One thing I want to do though, it'd be nice to go to Booty Bay. But it would be cool to be a part of defending Darnassus here. So this is the inn.
What brings you
So we'll make this in our home for now. And then I guess we can go back down to the Temple Gardens. You think they're coming? I think it's fake news. It's such a big like city too. It's a great city to raid though, because I don't know, it's probably not that laggy. I remember the first time people were trying to like raid towns. Like I think nobody really raids towns in this game because it gets so laggy, especially if the server's populated on both sides. So we have to go over here. We want to make our way to Ratchet. Or should we defend? Should we defend? We can't defend anyways. If they're all level 60, or like there's no chance we're defending. So I guess we'll just keep on going. We'll make our way. Keep on doing these quests. But one thing we will do is, to get to Darnassus, you have to take a boat, so they would have to take a boat over and then go through here. That's really the only way in, right? It's like it's a pretty hard place to raid. It's literally an island.
What brings you?
Okay, so let's ride off to, go to Ratchet here. Got a long flight. Now we know Arugal and Velinde Starsong are the ones who have been summoning the Worgen. Maybe they are the ones who brought the Worgen into Azeroth. I never knew that. I never knew that they were summoned. But now it looks like they are on both sides of the world. We have some Worgen up here in Felwood and Darkshore, and then we have a bunch that are being summoned by Arugal in Darkshire. I mean Duskwood. But yeah, I don't think anybody's raiding Darnassus. I think that was just a fib. It's cool though if people start doing stuff like that, Could imagine that happens on this server. Stuff you need for the server to be fun. So they would be on that boat. Do I see any horde here? Like, this is where you would go. You would, like, raid. They would raid this village. Aberdeen. Be a ton of them here. Horde's gone. Just got absolutely mauled by a grizzled thistlebear. Where did the horde go? They all got on a boat. Oh, good. Oh, so they are raiding. Oh, that sucks. Which one? Oh, so they are raiding Darnassus. Oh, man, I want to go back now. I thought that was a joke. Oh, man. That would have been cool. Even though we would have died, we would have got to see... Should we ride back? I'm going to try to go down. We'll try to request to stop. We can request to stop, and then I can hearth back to the Craftsman's Terrace. They're going to burn down Teldrassil. They're going to burn down Teldrassil. Oh, they're going to... Yeah, they are. They're going to burn down Darnassus, man. Well, hopefully we can land soon. Because if we do, then I'll hearth back. And we'll try to see what's going on. Maybe we can help defend. We won't really be doing anything, but... I want to actually see if they're going to be able to... Hopefully we can land soon. Like, hopefully we can land at Ashenar. So it wasn't fake news. I wish that guy didn't say fake news. Sometimes the news isn't fake. You gotta do a little bit of digging yourself. But I didn't see any horde go on the boat, so it's just, you know, he said, she said at the moment. But I'll go back. Hopefully I didn't get fooled. We can always, like, go to Ratchet in that, like, next episode. Or later. It's just I hope I land here. I wonder why they don't raid Ironforge. Ironforge would be a cool raid. I wonder how many of them there are. You need like a 40-man to slay the boss, and then you need like another 40-man for PvP reasons. Problem is they're going to get in there. Like fast. So let's see if I land here. Okay, I'm not landing. This next stop thing never works, guys. This request next stop never works. Alright, we're going all the way. Oh, we're gonna miss it. That's too bad. Now I'm on this long flight to Ratchet. Let's see what's going on here. Look at that. Looking for 1 DPS for Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. It's good to see that people are doing that. I was kind of worried that they would have trouble trying to get into those dungeons. There's Black Fathom Depths. Or Deeps. Oh, there's a horde right there. That guy's going to Darnassus right now. That's interesting. He just flew in from Splinter Tree Post. He's going to be making his way to Darnassus. I'm going to say it right here. Looking for a large incoming raid. If large incoming to raid Ironforge, get the dwarves ready. What's going on? Are they raiding every city? That would be amazing. Incoming raid on Ironforge. Imagine some guys like, incoming raid on Stormwind. Like every city gets raided. That'd be awesome if they set that up. Okay, good. So we got off here. So let's go back to Darnassus. And we'll see if this raid's actually going down. Thing is, I'm too low of a level for anybody to summon me to Ironforge. I'm not going all the way to Ironforge. Let's make our way south. We'll go to the Temple of the Moon. And we will see if this was fake news. It's crazy how they're raiding Ironforge. They already... Doesn't seem like there's anything going on here. I just want to see if they're successful. There's a 60 right here. I don't think we're being raided. Being raided by your mom. That's funny. Love your videos, man. Coach Hunter, thanks. Yeah, I wonder if we're being raided. I don't think we're getting raided, guys. I was fooled. I was fooled again. It's too bad. I wonder if they're raiding... I'm just getting trolled. I get trolled so hard. Like, the reason why I fell for this troll... This guy's 55. He's chilling in the pool. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, it looks like Tyran's doing good. No, it's not her yet, but I don't know. It looks like everybody's here. Yeah, shout out Coach Hunter. Have a shout out to you, man. Thanks for watching. It's cool that you're on 26 Dwarf Hunter. Good choice. On Grobulus. Good to see that we got more Dwarf Hunters. So this guy's I don't know if this guy's protecting Tyrand here. I don't think anybody's coming, guys. Here, we'll wait like another 5 minutes. And if nobody comes, then I guess we've defended. And they know. This guy blows her a kiss. This guy blew Tyrant a kiss. That's funny. Here we go. I don't think anybody... Gigantic Zugreg incoming IF. We're in the wrong city. Summon me to IF. I'm not getting summoned. There's no chance. I wouldn't summon me. I wouldn't waste a shard on me. If I've seen some guy who's like level 31 hunter, I'd be like, come on, man. What are you gonna do? It's okay. Whatever. It is what it is. I guess I'm at the wrong city. I don't know. They said there was like a giant boat. I was here the whole time. Didn't notice there was a raid. No, there was no like talk of it happening. Yeah, I don't think anybody's coming. I wish we kept going to Ratchet, guys. I messed up. Should we just go again? We got time. We'll just go to Ratchet. Go for another flight. Defend Ironforge. Defend your homeland. At least we'll get to see what happens. You know, maybe we'll get to, like... We'll listen to trade for a little bit. Thing is, we're going to be out of trade pretty soon. Yeah, there's nobody coming to Darnassus. Nobody at all is coming. Alright, so I guess we'll go back to the Warrior's Terrace. Should I travel all the way down to Ratchet? We could. It's gonna take us some time. It wasn't that long of a flight. Like we were we were like one stop away. But yeah, I got trolled. I got trolled into coming back here. This server's awesome. I tell you, I've never been. They're way. I don't know. It's different than Velinda, man. I think I don't know. It's a different server. You never hear about raids like that on Velinda, which is interesting. Like people have tried. Like we had some raids at the beginning when like there was tons of hype, but people realized that the lag was just too bad, so the raids kind of just stopped on cities. But at the beginning it was good. Like there was like when I first hit level 60, there was tons of raids. Raids on Undercity. There was raids on Ironforge. No one was successful by any means. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. You would think the raids would be successful now, though, because people do have really good gear. Nax gear is no joke. But, yeah, we'd have to see how it goes. Waiting to buy FAPs. That's so messed up. People can't even use the auction house. They can't even buy FAPs. You know that sucks? FAPs are free action potions, and pretty much allows you to get out of CC, or like not be, you can't be CC'd pretty much, or stunned or anything like that. Pretty strong to use as a melee class, especially as a warrior. I think people would probably want to they would want the FAPs to defend Ironforge. But yeah, I could see that happening right now. A lot of like city raiding. If you never raided a city, that's something that you could do if you're just bored of farming Naxxramas every week. It's funny how many guilds took down Nax. There's many that quit, but there's many that that did do it. I'll admit, you don't have to be that hardcore of a guild to clear Nax by any means. You just have to be a guild that is consistent, and that requires some buffs. You don't have to get all the buffs, but you require some world buffs for sure. Now, I wouldn't consider that hardcore at all. Our guild required like 3 world buffs. Some people would get them all. They were a little bit more on the, I guess you could say, hardcore side. I wouldn't really consider it hardcore if you get all the buffs for every raid, but to each their own. But all guilds, pretty much all guilds can do, not all guilds, I'm wrong about that, because not all guilds cleared Nax, but it wasn't as hard as it's the hardest raid for sure, but it wasn't as hard as people made it out to be. Like if you prepared gold wise and like over the course of the expansion, and you prepared yourself with materials and all that, I think you're all right to do Nax, and a lot of guilds were able to do it. I'd say like you have to be like a semi-hardcore guild to clear Nax. You can't be like super casual in a sense where you don't have world buffs aren't a requirement, and where using consumables is not a requirement. Like those have to be a requirement for you to clear Nax. And mostly a lot of raids in Classic WoW. A lot of raids you don't need buffs or consumes, let's be honest. But Nax was a raid where like, I think it became kind of a requirement for sure, especially at Saffron. Saffron, if you don't have like world buffs and frost protection potions, then your healers are in for a world of hurt. So it's tough. It's tough. Also, your tanks needs to be popping greater stone shield pots. for like pretty much a lot of the fights, or he just gets trucked. Yeah, classic WoW raiding is a lot of fun. I think raiding in TBC will be good too. I don't think I'll be raiding as much as I did in classic, but I'll be doing some pub raids on my druid. That's why I plan on playing a healer, because healers are always, you know, people always want to have a healer in the group. So I think I can, you know, slowly, you know, pug my way through TBC. But if I wanted, I could commit myself to a raiding group. But I don't know if I really want to commit myself to that at the moment. Becomes kind of a chore after a while. And I'm the type of person that I don't quit. I won't quit until we complete the job. So if I joined a raiding group, I would not quit until we took down the final raid. Until we took down Kill Jaden. So that's a lot of raiding, so I don't know. I just don't want to commit myself. Because you don't want to let your raid team down, right? Like if you join and then you leave, like, during a tough time, it's kind of it kind of sucks. Well, it really sucks, because then they have to recruit new people, all this and that, and it's not good. As long as you clear all the bosses, you know what I mean? Help them out, get them to the end, then yeah, you did a good job. I'd say the best time to leave a guild, like say you're having like a rough time, like you know, you still can do it, but you don't want to. So I'd say the best time to leave is probably at the end of a tier, like once a raid tier is done, like you guys kill the last boss, and you just say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna hang it up. I think that's the best time to quit. The people who quit like in the middle of a tier, like that's so it sucks, because it's hard to recruit during that time, because everybody's in a guild, and not only are they in a guild, they're also it's also very competitive to recruit people, and like people always just try to join the guild that's, you know, the best, right? So whoever has you know, progress the furthest is the one you most likely will join, right? So it's very competitive at that time. That's why at the end of a tier, you know, your guild can say, yeah, we completed the tier. You know, recruiting is very easy at that point. Everybody wants to join your guild when you can clear everything. Here we are back at the Warsong Lumber Camp. But yeah, raiding's good. Guilds are fun too. It's a fun thing to do. TBC will be a lot of fun. If you're thinking about getting into the raiding scene and trying out raiding, I think TBC would be a great time to do it. For sure. It's just, it is a time commitment. You're going to be committing like, I don't know, 10 plus hours a week into just being, you know, not only ready for raid, but also being at raid, so it's a big commitment, and that's one thing I would say before you jump in. Make sure you're ready to commit. Because our guild, we went through so many people, it's ridiculous. Went through probably hundreds of people, I would say, over the course of the year and a half that Classic was out. And having a 40-man raid team, I think it might be harder than running a 25-man, because you do need less people, but the problem is that you can only bring 25, so people don't really usually like to sit on a bench. I think maybe that is what I might do. I might actually just sit on a bench as hey, I'll be there, mate. I'll be there if it's like, you know, just tell me in advance, and you need a guy, I'll come. Like, man, I could do that maybe. But the funny thing is, as a bench guy, or as a guy who you can actually, you don't have to even join a guild to complete all the content. You could complete all the content and get a lot of the gear that you want just by pugging and just by being a reliable guy to like to a couple of raid teams. So you could do that. Gives you more of a flexible schedule. And then say like you don't want to raid that week, you don't have to say like, hey, I can't make it. You just don't come. You know what I mean? Which is a lot better. Because you do get burned out. Like sometimes, eventually you're kind of like, oh gosh, I got to raid. You know what I mean? Some days, some weeks you just want to chill out, take a break from the game. That's the problem with raiding. It can become monotonous after a while. But that's everything, right? If you do something for so long, you kind of get bored. You don't really look forward to it as much as you used to. But here we are, we're in Ratchet finally. And let's see if we get slain on the safest, you know? This is supposedly one of the safest places to be, and we just missed the boat. Okay, we just missed the boat. That sucks. Okay. Alright. The Baron's Port. Dwarf, eh? Must admit, we don't get much of your type out here. Looking for someone, eh? Just give me a moment. I'm sure I have it written in one of my ledgers. A lot of people travel through here, though, so just give me a moment. Ah, yes, I finally found it. Should have told me she passed through here a long time ago. Let's see. Velinda. Booked passage to Booty Bay on the Black Osprey. I don't have anything here saying otherwise, so I assume it arrived in port safely. Not much more help I can be to you, but she asked about overland travel over on that side of the world. And I mentioned Ruzgott, a caravan driver out of Booty Bay. Might be that this Velinde traveled with him. Move along now, I have it all day for you.
Keep it real.
Surprised we got all that information for free from a goblin. Usually they, you know, time is money. They're not going to tell you something for nothing. But I guess we got a little lucky there with Warp Master Izzywig. But I'm not going to wait for the boat. I don't feel like it. I think we'll hop on the boat next episode. We'll go to Booty Bay and we'll continue this quest chain. But that's the end of this episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.